Selvin, Ted Wood here. I'm visiting with Selvin. We've got a picture of Lydia, his beautiful wife, up on the screen here. He doesn't send me his picture. I'm wondering why. No, I don't have to wonder. I look at Lydia, I think I know.
My favorite cheerleader.
Yeah, I'm going to show these people that are listening this HUD 1 here because let's look at the numbers on that. That's showing me that when all the smoke cleared and the cash that you had to come up with was 44K, 44 grand roughly. So, and I was going to blow people away when they see what you bought for 44 grand. And the bottom line is, these kind of deals are out there. And, I've always told people, I always say, there's always money for a good deal. And a lot of my students, they don't get it. But tell them how did you do with funding? Tell us a little bit about that, and I'll start showing some pictures here of the house.
I wanted to buy the house. I didn't want to flip it. I didn't want to do the back-to-back close. So I called in, and they gave me the on response.com, the tab to click on where you find the funding sources. And y'all got about 100 of them. I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, different choices you can have. And all of them were very receptive. The only problem I had was my house was so cheap. They don't want to finance less than 50 grand or 60 grand. So what I had to do was add in the construction costs as well. And so they added in, I gave my contractor's estimate of my construction costs, and it started going through, and we got insurance on it, and then it went through, and it was approved, and the rest is history. I mean, it was just that easy. You had to work with the bank and you had to work with the bank and answer their questions and provide them with the information, scan and fax stuff to them, on a timely basis, and the process was over relatively quickly.
That is pretty awesome. I'm showing I think it's the front door with the kind of cover over the door. But I got a quick little picture of the kitchen. Talk with me a little bit about this kitchen, because I think you almost assure yourself you're going to make some serious money by what you came up with here. Talk to me about what you're doing here.
Right, because it's a whole lot of good stuff, and I saw good pieces in that kitchen, good cabinets. Good-looking cabinets, and they were only a couple of years old. And I said, well, this won't be hard to either repaint, resurface, or to repair. And, she had some, the previous owner had some stuff all over the place, and I've already talked to my contractor. We're going to move some cabinets from one side of the room to the other side of the room and clear out some space for the refrigerator and rearrange things, put new countertops on. But that's relatively small from having to go and buy all new cabinets for a kitchen. So I said, well, this should work for me, because I didn't want to buy all new cabinets on my first deal. I wanted something that I could do relatively quickly.
Right, and by repainting these, they're antique white, so they're going to repaint very nicely antique white.
Very good.
And right. You were talking with me earlier about where you're getting some hardware, and I think everybody ought to know that, because there's a place to get hardware, and I'll talk a minute about why.
Right. I've gotten hardware from eBay, and they send it to me by the bushel, basically, by the dozen. Any type of hardware that you want, that you find at Lowe's or Home Depot, you can find it on eBay and get it shipped to you for half the price of what you normally pay.
And what I like about what you're doing, Selvin, and I hope other people are listening to this, is that you're looking at IKEA and open houses and stuff like that to find out what is the trend, what is it that people want, what are they looking for, and so when you put your hardware in.
I walked through Lowe's. And plus, it was just invaluable, the boots on the ground training. When the gentleman walked us through Lowe's and showed us what to look at and how to buy and what to buy. And it was just a great educational experience for real estate rehabbing.
Well, cool. And so you learned where to get the right countertop at the right price, so you're all set on that. And
oh yeah, it's the stuff that you can buy that is cheaper than but some of it is so cheap because it's all kinds of new techniques and new materials being developed every day, and they come out cheaper than they were before. So and it's prettier, stronger, and cheaper. So it's just like, wow, why would you not do this?
yeah, in case if anybody missed what you were talking about moving stuff around, you're not just moving stuff around to move stuff around. You're opening the kitchen up, which is the trend these days. People like that open kitchen, right, and get it right in where they can, entertain or, have a lot of people over or whatever. Exactly, and so you're going to have that. And it just makes it easier to sell your place, and you get more money for it. And I'm looking at this. I guess this is the back, or it's right next to the. There's a car there. Maybe that's not the back. It's. It looks pretty nice. I mean, the siding is solid, and the roof looks like
the siding is brand new. So all I got to do is pressure wash the siding.
Oh my gosh! Just pressure wash it, and the roof looks like it's pretty new too. So
yeah, I saw that, and the windows are new.
My gosh, you stole this thing, my man.
You gotta look. You gotta look. That's right. That's why you can't listen to the naysayers. The naysayers try to tell you this, that, and the other, but some of them, they just want the house themselves. So you gotta understand what people are trying to do. When you already found it, put it on the contract, and I put that thing on the contract in a minute, and I didn't look back, and I just kept on working around with it until I got the financing for it, everything in rehab, and now we're working on it. We're probably 1/3 finished with the rehab now already in 2 weeks.
My goodness, you're right on top of your game plan. Well, and you got the nice deck in the back. I like that. And
the deck is great for barbecuing and entertaining, and also it's great for expansion later on if somebody wants to add a room to that house.
Yeah.
It's already 3 bedrooms, and it's going to be 2 baths, and I'm making a master bedroom out of 1 bedroom. So that's pretty easy by just moving one wall.
Well, now you're doing it. So you're giving people what they want. I mean, this is going to sell double quick, super fast, quick like a bunny rabbit. It really is.
Right.
Yeah, so I like what you're doing. And I like the fact that you were able to get your confidence level up by attending these events and working with us and like that. Because you're...
Oh, yeah, we went to the expo in Salt Lake City. And we some fabulous people. Everybody was really on top of their game. And they gave us the confidence that we needed to know that we could go ahead and get this done.
That's cool. That's cool. You're going to make I'm waiting till you get this done, but I have a feeling you're going to be putting some money in your pocket when you're done with
this. That's right.
But
it won't be in there long because I'm going to be buying more property as soon as this week should.
Well, and that's the way to do it. Yeah. That's the way to do it. I did have, I'll share this because I had a student one time who, he was really excited because he sold a couple rental properties that he had inherited from his mom, and he, at the closing table, he ended up with $100,000. And no more than 2 weeks later, I'm talking with him, and he says, "Ted, I'm desperate. I got a deal, and it's a killer deal. I'm going to be able to make a lot of money on this thing, but they need $20,000 down. Where can I get $20,000? And I'm saying, well, excuse me, 2 weeks ago, didn't you, 100,000? Isn't that what you told me? Where did that go? He says, well, I paid a few bills and bought a couple of new cars. Oh, okay, good idea. I mean, why would you eat your seed corn? If you know what I mean. But that's some people do that. They just don't get it.
Do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Selvin, I have really enjoyed visiting with you here. And did I? Yeah. So, did you have anything you wanted to add here before we?
No, sir. Except it's just a turnkey job where we get the financing and and everything for the rehab and the repairs. And it's just a matter of going ahead and getting to work, getting to work and getting it done now.
Well, you're proving the point that there's always money for a good deal. And so, with that idea in mind,
I mean, everybody wants a deal. Like I said, the only reason I didn't get it from 5 people was it was too low, and so I gotta spend more money the next time. I got a man in Texas who want to give me $100,000 right now today, as soon as I find a deal for me.
there you go. All right. Well, let me sign us off and appreciate you here.